All right, new unit, new day.
Woohoo!
This is Unit 5, Lesson 1, Congruent Triangles. What we have to tell you today, folks, is that two triangles are congruent when the three sides and three angles. Are you interrupting?
Yes, and I have a question.
Go ahead.
What does congruent mean again, Miss Cintron? Because I haven't been paying attention since September.
It means equal, like all of our parts are equal.
Okay.
Which is what we're going to talk about today, that if they are congruent, that means all of their parts are congruent. What parts do we have in triangles, Ms. Barnett?
We have sides.
Okay.
And we have angles.
All right. So we're going to talk about the sides, and corresponding sides mean they match up. Match up means we look for these marks. Notice we have one mark right here and one mark right here. They match. They go together. How many letters does it take to name a side?
It takes exactly two letters. Please remember
so
that.
if I'm going to label this side, it would be
CB or BC, whichever one you prefer.
CB with a line over it is congruent to
FE, because they have the same mark on them.
Now, if I labeled that with one letter, would I be correct?
No, I would think you were talking about angle F or angle E.
But I'm not, because it says side, so we don't want that. Let's go over to the two marks, the double mark and the double mark. Well, they must match up. How would I label those?
AB is congruent to DE. Oh, so if they have the same mark on them, they're congruent.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
How many marks does this one have, folks?
I think it has 3.
3. And how many marks does this one have?
3, so they must be congruent.
I'll bet you could name those, Miss Barnett.
Let me try. AC is congruent to DF.
Are there any more sides on this on these triangles?
No, because there are only 3 sides on a triangle, and we found 3 corresponding sides.
So we'd be done.
We'd be done.
Let's go to corresponding angles.
Yay.
How many angles are in a triangle?
There's 3.
No way. All right, so here is a mark on an angle. That is one mark. We're going to match it up to this one mark, and they would go together. How would you name those?
Angle A is congruent to angle D. I could use the 3 letters, but I'm feeling a little lazy today.
If you had to use 3, if someone made you use 3, could you do it?
I could.
What would it be?
CAB.
Open over. Angle CAB.
Is congruent to angle FDC.
FDC.
I'm sorry, E. I apologize. FDE. Sorry.
So this is the same as that, correct?
Yes.
Notice that the letter of the angle you're talking about is in the middle, not at the beginning. Why is that? I don't know. Just is because it's directional. C to A to B. I know A is up here. All right, we got double mark and double mark. Then we got double mark and double mark. Let's name those angles in one letter.
Angle C is congruent to angle F.
And then we have our last one, triple mark and triple mark. Triple. What's that?
And angle B is congruent to angle E.
Okay. Now you guys are going to do this one.
An Edpuzzle?
An Edpuzzle.
Okay, we can do that. Okay, so now that we have our corresponding sides and angles,
which you just did, now we're going to do the congruency statement. So the congruency statement has to go in order of the angles or sides. Depends. So if I start here at A with 1 slash, and they go up here to B with 2 slashes, then I go down here to C with 3, I can name that triangle ABC.
I think that makes sense if you follow it in order of
angles, 1 to 2 to 3. But if I did that here, I have to go in the same order over here. From the 1 to the 2 over to the 3. So order matters here. Oh, I forgot my little triangle symbol. My bad. All right, does everyone see that?
Does that make sense? If not, and you're watching this video in class, please raise your hand and ask us to help you now. Because this is the key to everything else we're doing.
Key to success in life.
Well, at least in geometry.
No, life.
In life, really? Man, I wish I'd learned that sooner. Okay.
We're moving on. All right, so now we have a triangle with two smaller triangles embedded in them. We are going to separate those because we want to see them a little better, right?
So, Miss Cintron, are you saying it would be very wise to draw the picture?
It would be. So that's
I would agree.
This one up here, L, N, M, okay? And I have the double mark here, I have the right angle here, and I have the single mark here. So I'm following these marks, okay? And then I have to draw the other triangle, this one down here, separated. And then I have my right angle here, and my drawing is not super great. But it's hard to do this. O, N, M. All right. So now our corresponding, I didn't mark my sides. Oops. No. See the one mark? The one mark is equal to the one mark. Okay. Corresponding sides. Well, obviously the one mark matches up to the one mark, right? So NM is congruent to NM. Well, that makes sense. They're the same side, correct? Now, Miss Barnett, do you have any other thoughts on the other side? They don't have marks.
I don't know, Miss Cintron. Can we mark those if they don't have marks?
Well,
Or can we
I think
say?
we can.
We can.
In this case, because that's what we're doing, we're going to.
Yeah.
So in between the 2 and the 1, I'm going to make that double mark. And those would match up.
So now LM is congruent to DM.
O-M.
Oh, is that O? Sorry.
Can't read my
Oh my
writing.
gosh, it's an O. Sorry, guys.
And then these are our last ones. This is gonna, my drawings are kind of bad here. That's okay. L-N.
And N-O.
And N-O would go together. Okay, those are my sides. Now my angles are marked. Do you want to have a go at the angles, Miss Barnett?
Sure. I would say angle L is congruent to angle O because they both have 2 marks on them.
Double mark. So we got angle L and angle O. Okay.
On the other ones, if I say angle M is congruent to angle M, that doesn't make a lot of sense. Should I do the 3 letters instead, or should I just say angle M is
yeah, we
congruent to
better
angle
do
M?
the 3 letters because it seems like the same angle.
So I would say angle LMN, so that's from the top triangle, is congruent to angle NMO. The M's in the middle because that's the vertex, what I'm focused on.
All right, and that's the ones with the 1 mark.
Right.
And now we need our right angles.
So I would say LNM.
L-N-M
is congruent to ONM. And those are my right angles.
Those are right angles. And we did 3 letters because it would be confusing. They both have an N in the middle.
Because angle M, of course angle M equals angle M. That's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
They're different.
So now we have to do our congruency statement. Triangle. If I say triangle NMO, if I went in that direction, NMO, how would I name the other one?
Well, I would stick with the N in the front because they're the same. And I went from N to M, so I'm going to do it again, N to M, and then L.
Because it has to go in the same order. They're not going to be correct. Do we have time in this video to finish this?
Yes, we do. We have enough time.
So going down, there is actually, at this point, a Delta Math and a paper practice, both. Going down to congruent parts of congruent triangles, congruent find X.
Wait, they need to do that now, Miss Cintron?
Yeah, they should do that now.
Okay, let's do that now.
Yeah, stop and
So
do
stop
that.
the video, do that, and then come back.
Because eventually we do catch up to you if you skip it.
Yeah.
Congruent parts of congruent triangles, find X. All right, so we want to know what X is right here. We know that these 2 are congruent because it tells us. That means A matches up with D. We get it from the statement. A with D, B with E, C with F. Okay? So A with D, B with C, B with E, C with F. What is this angle right here? Question mark. Can we find that one?
Well, it's going to be 6x plus 3. Oh, you mean what's
Yes.
the value?
But can't we find a value?
Oh, yeah,
because
because the sum of the angles of a triangle are 180 degrees. Couldn't we say that 90 plus 57 plus angle C is equal to 180?
and then x equals 33?
Yes. Don't make me do mental
33.
math.
Okay, so that would be what 33 is. I should not just say angle C for various reasons here. Oh, it's a hot mess now. Angle C equals 33. Okay, so angle C is the same as angle F, correct?
Yeah, because they are corresponding parts of congruent triangles.
They're in the same spot. So we know 33 equals 6x plus 3. And we have to solve that in Desmos, and we'll get x equals 5. Right?
Yep.
And that's all we wanted, the value of x.
Nice.
Now we'll do our last, is this our last one? I don't know.
This is the last one on this page.
Yeah.
But we can have them do the next to his practice.
Okay, so it says angle A goes with D, B with E, C with F. So we know F goes with C, D goes here, so that means this is 102. That means we can find this one.
We can. So
Alright.
I would say 36 plus 102 plus angle C equals 180.
And we know that angle C equals
Oh, dear. Really?
42. Right?
Yes.
Is that right?
I think so. Yes.
Look at us doing math in our head, guys.
Okay.
All right, so now we know this one is 42. Well, which one does that match up to over here? This matches with that. This one matches with,
So C must be equal to F.
which is 42, equals 2x minus 6. Then we solve for x. So
You're going to write it out.
48 equals 2x, so x equals 24. Correct?
Yeah, and that's what it asked for.
That's what we asked for.
Nice.
You can stick this in Desmos, though, and it'll give you x. I just did it out. And are we okay for the next one?
Yep.
Okay. So, which value of x will make A, B, C, and D, E, F congruent? So we have to figure out which sides match up. A, B, C, D, E, F. So they're actually situated in the right way. A is with B, D is with E, and then these two match up, and then these two match up. So we have this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one goes with this one. So I'm reading it off of the congruency statement, okay?
Oh, so wait, Ms. Cintron, so this says AB, so AB is right here, and then this one says DE, and DE is in the same spot.
So they go together.
Oh, gee.
And then if you do it the other way, BC goes with EF.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
And then the other way is the first and the last go together. AC
Okay.
and DF. Okay?
Awesome. Okay.
So now we can match these up. 24 equals 3x plus
6.
And x equals 6.
Yes.
All right. And then we know 12 equals 12, so we don't need that one. And then we have 14 equals 2x. I cannot read that. Is it a plus or minus? Wow.
No, we can't. I don't know what it is.
Plus 2.
We're going to say plus 2. Okay.
2x equals 12 and x equals 6. So now we have found that value. X equals 6. Makes sense.
Okay. Why don't you guys do the last one on your own and Ed Puzzle, and we will check it and give you feedback.
All right. Thank you.
Is there a practice after this, Ms. Cintron?
Yes, there is a practice paper after this.
And so now get that done and then do your practice paper. Thanks.